Hey everyone, and a huge warm welcome back to the channel. Seriously, it's awesome to have you here. Before we dive into today's truly wild and slightly bizarre topic, I just want to send out the biggest, warmest wishes for your health and happiness. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're up to, I genuinely hope you're feeling good, taking care of yourselves, and maybe even having a fantastic day. Health is the real treasure, so let's all take a quick breath and appreciate being here right now. Okay, buckle up, because we're about to talk about something that sounds like it came straight out of a science fiction movie, or maybe a really weird horror flick, but it's absolutely real. Some lizards can actually squirt blood right out of their eyes. Yep, you heard that right. Not fake blood, not special effects, real, honest-to-goodness lizard blood, shot like a tiny squirt gun from their eyeballs. If that doesn't make you go, wait, what? I don't know what will. So, picture this. You're a little lizard, maybe about the size of your palm, just trying to chill out on a hot rock in the desert, soaking up some sun. Life is pretty good. Suddenly, a shadow falls over you. Oh, it's a hungry coyote, or maybe a sneaky snake, or even a curious bird of prey. They see you as lunch. You're small, you're not super fast compared to them, and hiding might not be an option. What do? Well, if you're one of these special lizards, most famously the horned lizards found in the deserts of North America, you have a secret weapon. A truly insane secret weapon. When that predator gets too close, maybe even tries to snap at you, you don't just run or play dead. Instead, you build up pressure inside your head and then FWP. You fire a stream of blood, sometimes up to 5 feet away, right out of the corners of your eyes, aiming straight for the predator's mouth or face. Imagine being that coyote, expecting a tasty lizard snack, and suddenly getting a mouthful of warm, weird-tasting blood sprayed right at you. Talk about ruining your appetite. It's one of the most bizarre and dramatic defense mechanisms in the entire animal kingdom. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, that's gross and weird, but how on earth do they actually do that? And why would squirting blood help? Great questions. Let's start with the how, because the mechanics are fascinating. It's not like they have little blood-filled water balloons behind their eyeballs they just pop. It's actually a highly controlled, pressurized system. Inside their head, around their eyes, they have special blood-filled sinuses, basically little sacs or chambers. When the lizard feels seriously threatened, it can do something incredible. It deliberately restricts the blood flow out of these sinuses. Think of it like putting your thumb over the end of a garden hose to make the water spray farther. By clamping down on the veins that normally drain blood away from these sinuses, the pressure inside those chambers builds up and up and up. Meanwhile, the lizard tenses muscles around its eyes. Finally, when the pressure gets too high, or when the lizard decides the moment is right, the thin, delicate membranes in the corners of its eyes rupture under the strain. It's a controlled rupture, mind you, not just random bleeding. And whoosh! That pressurized blood shoots out in a surprisingly accurate stream or spray, aimed deliberately at the predator. It's like a built-in, biological squirt gun powered by the lizard's own blood pressure. And amazingly, this doesn't seem to seriously harm the lizard. The membranes heal up afterward, ready for the next potential threat. Alright, so they can do it. But why? What possible advantage could shooting your own blood give you? It seems messy, wasteful, and frankly, a bit desperate. But evolution is clever, and this trick works surprisingly well for a few key reasons. First, and most obviously, it's a massive shock factor. That predator is expecting a quick, easy meal. Getting suddenly sprayed in the face with a warm, sticky liquid it wasn't expecting is incredibly startling. It confuses the predator, makes it recoil, and breaks its focus on attacking. Think about how you'd react if something suddenly squirted an unexpected liquid right at your face. You'd jump back, right? Predators do the same. That moment of surprise gives the lizard a crucial split second to make its escape, maybe darting under a rock or into a crevice where the bigger animal can't follow. Secondly, and this is where it gets really interesting, the blood tastes awful to many predators. Studies suggest that horned lizard blood contains special chemicals that are highly distasteful, particularly to canine predators like coyotes and foxes. It's like nature's own super spicy hot sauce or incredibly bitter medicine. Imagine taking a bite of something expecting meat, but instead getting a mouthful of something that tastes absolutely vile and chemically gross. You'd spit it out immediately and probably think twice about eating anything that looks like that again. That's exactly what happens. The predator gets a mouthful of nasty-tasting blood, associates that horrible taste with the lizard, and often just leaves it alone afterward. It's a powerful lesson learned. Those weird, spiky lizards taste terrible. Avoid them. This isn't something every lizard can do. It's a special trick reserved mostly for the group known as horned lizards, or sometimes called horny toads, though they're not toads at all. They're reptiles. There are about 20 different species of horned lizard, and several of them have this blood-squirting superpower, though some use it more readily than others. They live in dry, arid environments like deserts and scrublands across the southwestern United States and down into Mexico. They're perfectly camouflaged to look like the sandy, rocky ground they live on, often covered in spiky scales and, of course, those distinctive horns on their head which give them their name and also make them a bit harder to swallow. Their main diet? Ants. Lots and lots of ants. They sit patiently near anthills and lap them up with their sticky tongues. Their whole body, from their camouflage to their spikes to their incredibly weird blood-squirting defense, is perfectly adapted to their harsh, predator-filled world. You might wonder, how often do they actually use this? It's definitely not their first choice. Like any animal, they'd much rather avoid trouble altogether. Their first line of defense is always staying perfectly still and blending in with their surroundings. Their flat bodies and spiky, earth-tone scales make them look just like a bump on the ground or a piece of bark. If that doesn't work and a predator gets too close, they might puff themselves up to look bigger and more intimidating, showing off their spiky sides. They might also try to run away quickly to cover. The blood squirting is really the weapon of last resort. It's saved for when they feel cornered, grabbed, or when a predator is literally about to bite down. It's a costly move. Losing blood takes energy to replace, so they only do it when absolutely necessary. But when they do deploy it, it's incredibly effective at turning the tables and sending that predator packing with a nasty surprise. Think about what this means for the lizard. It's not venomous like a snake. It doesn't have huge claws or teeth like a bigger predator. It's small and relatively slow. Yet, it evolved this utterly unique and highly effective way to defend itself that relies purely on internal pressure and the chemical makeup of its own blood. It's a testament to the incredible, sometimes downright weird, creativity of natural selection. Evolution isn't designing things with a plan, it's just trying things out. Mutations happen. In this case, lizards that happen to have slightly tougher eye membranes or slightly different blood chemistry, and the ability to increase pressure in their head sinuses, found that when threatened, they might bleed a little. And that bleed might startle a predator or taste bad. Over thousands and thousands of generations, that slight advantage got refined. Lizelles that could control it better, build pressure faster, or make their blood taste worse had a better chance of surviving, escaping, and having babies that inherited those traits. Eventually, you get the sophisticated, targeted blood-squirting cannon we see today. It's a perfect example of how evolution can arrive at the most unexpected solutions for survival. Scientists are actually quite interested in this bizarre ability, and not just because it's cool and gross. Studying how these lizards can deliberately rupture membranes without causing major harm to themselves could have implications for understanding wound healing or even developing new medical techniques. The unique compounds in their blood that make it taste so horrible to predators might hold clues for new types of repellents or even medicines. Understanding the precise mechanics of how they build and release that pressure could inspire new technologies. It's a reminder that even the strangest adaptations in nature can offer valuable insights into biology, chemistry, and physics. For us humans, stumbling upon a horned lizard squirting blood is a rare event. They're masters of camouflage and usually avoid us. Plus, as we said, they only use it as a last resort. But knowing that this tiny creature possesses such an astonishing, almost unbelievable defense mechanism adds another layer of wonder to the natural world. It challenges our ideas of what's possible. It reminds us that survival in the wild demands incredible ingenuity, and sometimes that ingenuity looks absolutely bizarre to our eyes. The next time you're out hiking in the deserts of the American Southwest or Mexico, keep an eye out for these little armored tanks. If you're very lucky, or maybe unlucky depending on your perspective, and you accidentally corner one, you might witness this incredible spectacle. But honestly, it's best just to admire them from a distance and let them go about their ant-eating, sunbathing business. They're fascinating creatures without needing to resort to their eyeball artillery. So, there you have it. Nature is full of surprises, and the horned lizard's ability to squirt blood from its eyes is definitely one of the strangest and most effective tricks in the book. It's a dramatic, slightly unsettling, but ultimately brilliant solution to the problem of being a small, slow animal in a world full of hungry predators. It shows us that when it comes to survival, evolution can come up with solutions far wilder than anything we could imagine. From all of us here, thanks so much for spending some time learning about these amazing little creatures today. We hope you found it as fascinating as we do. Take good care of yourselves, stay curious about the incredible world around you, and we'll catch you in the next video. Stay healthy and keep exploring.